Okay, folks, what a way to say good morning. Good morning, welcome to the TBS, the True Breakfast Show on 96.1 the Hot and Soul of Liberia. July 6th. Welcome to the TBS, Liberia's biggest breakfast show, cutting across the 15 counties in the land and breadth of the Republic of Liberia. And this is my month. This is my breath month, the month of July. Imagine counting down to July 17. Welcome to the TBS. 2 MC, 1 microphone. And we're going to manage with it. If you are a leader, be like the moon, not like the sun. Oh, Bobby Billy Addison, man. He said, if you are a leader, be like the moon, not like the sun. Good morning to the 15 counties. The love of liberty matters, yeah. Let justice be done to all. Not some, but all of us. 96 days for elections. This is the TBS. My name is Asamba. This is Asamba Oni Roberts, MARKA Davis, MARKA B. Davis. For now, straight up to elections. I tell you, so a lot of things gonna happen. Good morning, Mac. How you doing this morning?
Good morning. Good morning. And
What?
let me interpret what Bobby wrote.
Be like this. The
he
sun.
said, as a leader, be like the moon, not like the sun.
Like
you
the
know
sun.
what? The moon gives light, but it is moderate. The sun gives light, but it burns.
Wow.
Wow. You understand that?
Okay.
When the moon is shining, it gives light. But I mean, it is cool, it is calm, it doesn't burn. But the sun, hey, you not know the sun.
Yeah.
Kalahari Desert, Sahara Desert.
And interesting that we'll complain about everything in this country.
Yes.
When the sun is shining, the sun is hot.
So
the rain falling will say, the rain falling too much.
This wise saying is telling leaders that you should be moderate how you deal with your people. Okay. That's exactly what it means. Except Bobby want to prove me otherwise.
That's maybe that is no interpretation.
Yeah, that's my interpretation.
That's yours.
Yeah, that's my interpretation.
Be like the moon.
The moon, as a leader, be like the moon, not like the sun.
Every time you be like the moon.
But maybe not telling you.
All right, welcome. 50 minutes up to 8 o'clock. 2 MC, 1 microphone. Today, you see the shirt I'm wearing?
Country first.
Yeah, country first. In the midst of all, those of you watching on Facebook,
even though,
I know I told you yesterday.
This is chanted.
No, don't be that Jimmy Smith. Who's stand strong and who's I can
make it. I can make it.
You can make it.
This one, I can.
Let me ask you. You can make it.
I can make it. I can make it.
Gotta be like man. Be like Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith say, man, you can make it.
Be like man.
Be like man.
I can make it.
You can make it.
I can make it.
So he said, I'm wearing this shirt, country first.
Country first.
In the midst of all country first. I'm gonna pay for it.
I'm jealous.
May rain Liberia.
But I'll be that man. I'll be that man.
May this shirt rain Liberia. Yeah.
But I can show the public that by Monday
you do country last.
No, country is always
first. In the midst of all.
So next Thursday.
Yeah, you wear country first.
So this country first is gonna be our regular Thursday wear.
Yeah. If I want to do a wholesale of the shirt,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just come and pay a minimum amount and wear the country shirt. Country first.
In these elections.
Yeah, and we'll close the independent.
Those who are real patriotic citizens will come for it because country first. Absolutely.
Yes. Country first. In the midst of all.
Yes, country first. So good morning to our leaders, wonderful people. You know, guys, on you. And Liberians are smart people. And when Liberians go to places, maybe like conference, dialogue, forum, and all of that, a lot of people can admire Liberians' presentation. We are smart people. Nobody should tell you anything otherwise. Liberians are smart people. Yeah. Liberians are smart. I like that, and I'm grateful that yes, I'm a Liberian. Okay. It's not about
you're proud to be a Liberian.
Yes, of course, I'm proud. Yes. I'm proud.
But the first person that put in for the country's first fair, Dr. Benjamin Wade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, and let me say good morning to him. This is one person who continue to remain committed to service to country, and I can say that for a fact. This is a man whom we made our education analyst. We don't pay you. But we record when you're doing
country first t-shirt OSA. We can say we OSA. We OSA. Yeah. The shirt will be OSA on Monday.
So that well, good morning. Let me say that we appreciate all of your services you are rendering to the Liberian society. They are not unnoticed. Yeah, we
know. 2 persons I want to get a country first.
Oh, they will go.
No, they won't ask for last press.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, everyone left for 2 things last press.
For me, it's not.
I want
all of the presidential candidates to have.
No, they're aspiring. Okay. I want.
They will be now. Who be candidates?
Tupperware to get one.
And
Jimmy Smith to get one.
Okay, country first.
Country first. Get one a t-shirt.
Party doesn't really matter.
Yeah, country first. Congratulations to likability. What? The man is a candidate.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
You know, social media is good, though, but sometimes in Africa we can spoil it at all. Yeah. But social media is good. So, yeah, by sitting at my house, I knew that as candidate now, American candidate now.
Yeah, like he's a candidate.
Yeah. Candidate liability has completed his nomination process. He has graduated from an aspirant to a candidate. Yes. So just at my house, I knew. Social media is good, though.
Oh, you go to the house?
Yeah, I knew. Yes.
Look at Derek Quoting all asking for last price for t-shirt. Hey, man.
Last price 15. I've been with David.
There is a culture fresh should also be in the heart, not only on the body.
Yeah, you're right. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. But that's one decision that you can follow in your heart.
I got to share for us and we promote.
Yeah.
Yeah, country first.
Yes, great. 10 minutes up to 8 o'clock is the True Breakfast Show, 96.1, 17, my birthday. Interesting that Jimmy Smith celebrates on the 16th too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's older than you one day.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah, one day older than you.
They will not drive by drive.
No, never.
Yeah, let's go have on the lineup. Today's our last edition for this week.
Yeah, so let me say happy pre-birthday to you, on you, and all of you who are celebrating in this July. Yeah, so today's Thursday, July 6th. We have 96 days to elections. As you know, this is our last presentation talking point this morning. Our studio chat, we look at the candidate nomination process at the National Elections Commission. Though it's happening at the SKD Sports Complex. 8 o'clock to 6 after 8, we'll open the lines, briefly give you the opportunity to speak to your leaders. 10 after 8 to 8:30, we have the United Muslims for Better Liberia. This team has pledged to support the presidential bid of Alexander B. Cummings, and they will sit with us to tell us why they think Cummings is the best person to lead Liberia. We will have Mohammed Kruman, we'll have Usman Esbelete, and the older Kruman. They will be here this morning. 8:30 this morning, we have a District 2 representative candidate, Musa Kenneth. Yes, it will be our guest.
Those are Musa Sharif.
Yeah, Musa Kenneth will be our guest.
Yeah,
and Musa is our own. Yeah, Musa. No, when I say our own, I mean it's from the media. Musa is from the media, not just.
It mean that you're not have questions there.
Yeah, not just from the media, from RCR. And I will still say Musa was one of my best legislative reporters in Liberia. Absolutely. Absolutely. We dealt with you here. We'll deal with Musa too. We'll deal with Musa too. Yeah. So at 9 o'clock, we'll have a team just for short discussion about the launch of the Nima Press Club.
Okay.
We'll have a team here just for like 15, 20 minutes to talk about the launch of the Nima Press Club this morning on the TBS, 9:20 to 10 o'clock. The big one, the African Liberation League.
Yes.
The African Liberation League. They just ended their convention in Margibi County, and this is the party that is going to bring maybe the only female presidential candidate in these elections. Yes. So we will have.
What's her name?
Sarah Beslow.
Yenti. Yeah, Beslow.
Yes. So this party will likely be the only party bringing on the female presidential candidate in this election. We'll have the national chairman of the party, Kanswa Lisenberg Kanswa, along with another executive member. They will sit with us this morning on the TBS on the last segment. In the midst of all,
country first.
This country is first.
Country first. The country first t-shirt will be out and on. See, we appear online.
It's strange, yo.
If I get data for the first time.
It's strange.
But maybe they will call the hotspot on. Yeah, sharing data. Anyway, so because they say all these guys are all expired. Everybody know how to be disqualified.
Okay.
Anyway.
Until then.
Yes. Good morning, country. Liberia first, Liberia last, and Liberia will always be our denominator. So trust me, the country first t-shirt by Monday, you can start putting at least where your country. Let's promote our election. Let's promote our elections.
Absolutely.
We have to promote it because if anything tells out the ugly way, everybody, one person will not be excluded. We'll all bear it. So, the country first t-shirt, trust me, by Monday, it will be like Derek Gordon said. It should be also country in the heart, not just on the body. Anyway, that's a good one.
Yeah,
but because of time, as we anticipate our first segment, guys, yesterday I've been told now. Close to 4,000, yes, aspirants have formally submitted a nomination to the National Elections Commission. I mean, yes, but majority of them, according to NECUN database, they are fall on a party line.
Okay.
There are just few that go as independent. But here is it. This election, our election as we anticipate in 96 days' time. I mean, you start calling it. You want country friend t-shirt. Yeah, no CPO. There's too much credit in the country. Yeah, but the election as we are going too close to MARKA, regardless if you go on a having political party, you listen to this, so
movement for heaven.
The movement for having political party, the first movement for having political party. Whether you go on this other party or that other party, it is the individual Liberians going to look at. This is not a party mandate. Before then, it was party mandate. But as we
the vote one, vote all thing.
Yeah, they won't go across everybody. Before someone say, "Oh, yeah, that the coalition we're talking to," they want to go across to all of the candidates. Those of you fighting, even lead the team. Go back and picking. People doing live thing. It was we recognize you on Facebook for the first time coming live.
Now history,
he set new record. So if you go in on a political, people will be looking at individuals. Just get that in mind, though. There are some people, and the party should hear this. There are some aspirants who just go on a party. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get myself registered, but I'm not going to sell the party.
There's no loyalty to the party.
No, y'all listen, those are you who pushing people out of your parties.
You're right.
People who you have served the party. People who have been loyal to the party. And most of the people you put it on your ticket. You know what I'm saying? They're not selling your standard barrel. They are saying, I just want to use it and get myself registered.
They're just using your logo.
Yeah. They register. District this or district that, I'll be number 5 on the ballot box.
And some political parties, whether new or old, that some of the people who did not make it at their big party levels are coming to, you should also test their loyalty. Because you will not allow your party to be, the final end point for people because of their. And guess what? You and I know that some of these people at the end of the day, when they become successful, they want to go back to their party if their party is successful.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
If their party is successful, they want to go back to their party. So test their loyalty level too.
Ain't easy the
Yeah.
money. Ain't easy the money. Go ahead.
We'll get there.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So test their loyalty level because they look. If somebody tells you that you are not important, we don't really need you, what is your worth? And when you leave, if any other person, you see, let me say something, is it divorce? When somebody divorced, when they getting remarried, they know exactly who they are getting remarried to. Because somebody put you out and say they didn't want you, you don't want anything. Then somebody accepts you. Somebody accepts you. Then at the end of the day, your heart stay outside to where you came from.
And you can love that person. You can love that
So
person.
you tell the loyalty of these people who, I'm not saying people who apply normally to be part of your party. I'm talking about some people who, at the end of the day, they succeed at a party level and then they come. Yeah, you test their loyalty level. But I know certain people, when they commit to certain things, they are there for.
And this is why when you give an eardrop out there, most of these aspirants, the message or the messages they're carrying out there, we just won't make ourselves register. But I ain't telling you who to vote for. I think your one aspirant saying this. You go before his people and he know he's on a party ticket. He said, I'm not imposing any Senate bearer on you. Then that means that aspirant or that candidate doesn't have the party at heart. Why is it we are be on a CDC ticket, for example? I'm on a CDC ticket, maybe in District 2 or District 7. Solo George District, right? Then after the people say, well, I'm saying to vote for George Real, but you see me. I'm the candidate here on the ticket. Can you imagine? And this is what's happening. So, political party, the chairman. I don't know whether you have a regular meeting with your aspirant or just come and pick out your whole registration form and just go. Just pick out your package and go. I think that's what's happening. Because most of your aspirants are not selling the candidates. Yesterday, I paid a visit to the Elections Commission. Off the record conversation, I will tell my people, these are aspirants talking. I will tell my people, I'm the one on the party. Y'all can go make any decision for God's sake. That there's loyalty to the political party there. And there's going to happen more.
Sure.
The rightful people on the ticket you're supposed to carry, you push them aside. The what happened in District 1, Mangibi, right?
Yeah, Mangibi.
The person, that girl on the Mangibi party ticket of the CDC, I don't even know her.
Yeah, I don't know her too well.
We do not.
They say her name, Maria Donna, something like that.
There is no way, even you go in Little Win, in parts of District number 1, and how come that name surface on the CDC primary?
I thought election times were time where people reconcile within their party and things and move on for the sake of victory because you needed numbers, you needed votes and things. But election time, all parties can be getting at a senior memorial.
Yeah, Maria. I mean, no disrespect to females.
No disrespect.
We want to support women into our election is good, but I mean, you go for the formidable ones.
No disrespect.
Yes, no disrespect. I hope you get it right. Go for the people that have connection with that people. You go in District number 1, Mangibi, I struggle. He was but I don't know her. That's a risk to the party there. Probably they will lose it. So we anticipate again. Let's pick a few calls out to speak to your leader on the TBS. But I mean, on a very serious note, to all party chairmen, Chairman Luther Tapper of the Unity Party, the most talking chairman now, the top talking chairman. Musa ability.
Musa has some ability.
Musa has some ability.
The man did another post. I was trying to interpret. I couldn't.
Musa, when you got to Google and see some of the posts before you understand what he's saying.
Not a Bobby message. I can just interpret.
Bobby won't easy to interpret. Bobby Chima will just interpret it easily. And Bobby right?
Yeah.
Bobby Chima, yes.
Yeah. Good morning to the speaker.
Yeah.
Great man. Great man. Good morning, great man.
Yeah. What's the party name? Where's our AB Tobo Road? Move. Sending aspirants. Chairman Raul Samuel, good morning.
No, I didn't move. We just support CDC candidates.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, we just support all CDC candidates. I said they want to clarify now, but that's how far I know.
Moba Molu, you're not talking. I'm not hearing much from Molu.
Yeah.
But there are some serious dissatisfaction. With some of the aspirants they have chosen, the people have serious problem with it. So CDC stands a chance to to lose some of these seats in this very district.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, so that's it.
Yeah, so just as we open the line, let me say,
Yeah.
Pastor Aaron Nebler has been one of our consistent listeners. He loves the Truth FM, he loves the TBS and all of our programs here. So let me use the time to say happy pre-birthday to his wife, Mrs. Victoria K. Neblet. Tomorrow will be her birthday. Good morning to you, mommy. Yes, it's great.
We approve it because
Yeah.
that July born right.
Yeah, that Judah born. And moreover, she's married to a man of God.
Okay.
Yeah, so you are safe, mommy.
Okay.
You are safe.
You are safe.
Yeah, you are safe.
Let's pick up David underscore T.
Mhm.
David, morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to MARKA.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, I wanted to say happy birthday to you. Even though you helped me holding off for more than 3 hours, but don't worry.
You have unlimited credit.
No limited, so no problem. So happy birthday to you, and I wish you all the luck. Even though we don't know your age, you can announce it.
Age that number, man.
That's the
You
issue.
70 years old.
That's the
You
issue.
stay active. That's not an issue. Go for the issue.
Even if a man is 34 or 35, no problem. Another issue. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take.
There's
yeah,
a beautiful picture. You
let
see
me
how do I
bring-
look? I say he looks so. He looks too.
Good morning.
Say good morning to O'Neill and as well to the many listeners and viewers following the broadcast this morning. I'm Aloysius B. Flumo Jr. and I phone in from Unification City in my DB County. This morning, I am home to speak to the office of our district 2 representative here in my DB County, Papa K. Jones. There is this report in the public domain that the lawmaker is pushing for the change of the Harvard College name to Harvard University.
I need a pass at the house of at the level of the house already.
Yeah, it is at the level of the House of Representatives. I think this is a deceptive move by the lawmaker because
Why would you say that?
over the years we have realized or seen this full value in the Harvard College when it comes to the operation. And some of us just believe that changing the Harvard College name to a Magidi University is like cooking one
Flomo.
rising of tomato cup. There are a lot of
Alasha, the Odi will say, let us also. You have Nimba Community College, now Nimba University. You have Grand Bassa Community College, now Grand Bassa University. But the name Habel College restricts, in my opinion, restricts that college so much as if it's only for people from Habel, Firestone region, or Lower Magibi. I think
established the Harvard College, gave rise. Harvard College was the first college around this particular country to give rise to
I think it is good. I agree to your point, but I think it is good that it has the status like all other community colleges in the country.
The point here is let the lawmaker make sure that those things are supposed to give a college or university status happen before in their change.
No, when it become university, then these things will come. Okay.
Okay.
No problem. At least when you Margaret University will stay there, even when you're not really like that.
Let's speak. Bobby Allison. Bobby, morning.
Good morning, veteran, the security journalist, former security journalist. Who? Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Bobby's still on the line. Let's do something. See how I guess. You mean CDC sharing data to Unity Party? Wait, hold on the line. Hold on the line. Hold on. Let me do something on you, sure. I won't call if still on the line. One confirmation. Why? Someone from the coalition sharing your data with a partisan of the Unity Party. They've been plucking you live on the breakfast show. I mean, I don't know what to call, but you on. I have Bobby Allison say, yes, share data on you for you to watch the show. Wait, hold on, Bobby. That 3 days free data you sent on a regular data just for 3 days or 1 day. Hey, man, hold on. Bobby, go ahead. I don't know what that 3-day data I say or that 24 hour. Okay. Bobby, hold on. Hey, man, please check your phone whether you received the 3-day package from Bobby. No, I see both of you, man. Yeah, that's the beauty of democracy.
I love that.
Cross pollination.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that. Let me take this person.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead, sir. You live.
Okay, so I'm from Sotila and I'm called from Plaza. I'm an advocate for science education. I want to speak to my leader of the Ministry of Education concerning education. If you monitor certain election, the person won because of the import in education. Sharing is right. I was just reading the internet this morning that in Nigeria, 56 internet providers were arrested for leaking the wax. And the head of Nigerian wax recommended to the government that the solution is provide laboratory equipment, provide textbook. Look, the solution to education is simple. So please pass a message to our leader. We need to call some of the experts, make a national call for people to come together and provide solutions. It's just so simple. So please do that for us.
All right.
Thank you. This caller, we are still awaiting the arrival of our first segment guest. Yeah, I hope they are around here. Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Good morning to you. This I've been cook and I joined a discussion from a vacant district number 5. We are going to do. Let me appreciate the coalition for choosing Eric V because I'm appreciating it.
Is that what choosing who?
For choosing Eric V. The fellow who we are consistent and persistent written in office to give us a report for more than 1.5 years. He refused. So at least they just show us that they failed to fight corruption even at the level of the district. So that's the reason why they selected it, took everything and brought it in the district to
okay. All right. Thank you. Today's the birthday of Senator Prince Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What? No. Let me see.
Yeah, we need to speak with the senator.
Put it in.
We need to speak with the senator.
Yeah. Let me try someday if this will work. I mean, this is Truth FM.
You can speak you. I will speak you.
No, let me do this.
Then you have to give what? People come and say you now.
Oh, I'll call the call off.
Don't call it off. What? The senator must answer. You please tell the senator to answer. I know he received a couple of calls this morning, but he has.
Maybe Ambassador Baga talking with the senator. So you see a journalist call come out, try for the second time.
Yeah, so keep
let me try.
trying to get him. Let me get this.
So the senator born July 2.
This productive young man of Nimba. Good morning.
Good morning, Maka.
Good morning, sir. It's great having you this morning. Go ahead.
Good morning to all you and the listeners out there. I'm interested in the words sent by Alex this morning.
Okay.
Actually, additional to just what you said, you see when you carefully look in, during the Sunday day, you will see the moon up, but it will have no harm.
Okay.
It shows that it will always come to see its people. But now with the sun, you will never see sun in the night.
Mm-hmm.
Such leader.
When a true soldier see the sun, hello. When a true soldier, like Major General Prince Johnson see the suns at midnight.
In the night, you will never see the sun in the night. But instead, you will see moon both night and day. Thank you so much.
Okay. That's a good statement.
Yeah. But when a true soldier see the sun at midnight.
Yeah, is Gompa Osondu Dan is very popular in Nimba.
So the reception I just said, the senator dropped the call with Ambassador Boyka.
Yeah.
He's now on the call with Chairman Musa Belete.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the chairman wishing him happy birthday.
Senator Johnson, please speak our call this morning. It will be wonderful to speak to you on your birthday this morning on the TBS. Yes, please.
The senator in contact.
What is in contact?
Sometimes the senator return the call after the whole birthday finish.
Yeah,
I just see the missed call.
Wait.
You call someone a number?
I can call him Gil. You call him a man in English.
Okay, call him Gil. I know we done as a deal with this speech. Call the senator in Gio.
They put this over the season dialing in from low power, but I don't know whether you can even do it.
Yeah, so as we warm up our first segment.
Yeah, I saw the man number.
Okay.
Senator Johnson, number one.
Number one. Okay, so I got Senator. Okay. See?
So call the senator in English. He answer. We call him Gio. You know, answer. No problem.
He won't celebrate it. He won't have party that one day.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, let's hope the camera can capture these guys who have the in the studio. Folks, it's the True Breakfast Show. In the midst of all the country, we like you or not, like, we'll come first. The country first teacher will be out by Monday. Yes. And so just asking, how much is the cost?
So
$15.
So I don't know.
No, for the locals.
It's a recommendation that
officials, $20.
it's a recommendation that we do different colors. It's not supposed to be white.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do different colors. A lot of our country first.
Even what you calling for? Who calling Senator Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Even what you say? 10 seconds, gotta go, man.
I really like the Nigerian first clothes, but I wonder wow, President praying so desperately like this.
Peaceful election.
Yes. No
That's the
problem.
issue.
I want to go and say that
Yeah,
one.
peaceful election. Yes.
So you want you to pray?
They will go and seek the face of God.
Amen. You from the house of God, man. Every day I'm watching your life in church praying, not from the Pentecostal prayer. See, when men go back to pray to God about things. Okay. Damn it. Yeah, let's leave it at the taste. Our guests here. Let's hope.
Yeah, sure.
They're on cameras already. Yes. True Breakfast Show.
Woman,
Yeah.
who said that?
I ain't know. So gonna test that came from.
Because
Around Guinea.
Now because they go to you. And be careful.
Labandi.
Eh.
Labandi. One political party. Linu. That's all Monuba. Nothing I got doing.
They have begun getting for you. As it?
All right, let's see if we can link up. Yes, good morning again. We'll link up with our guests in studio. We jam up the time. Good morning. Just have yourself introduced. Let's do a round table. Yes.
Okay. Good morning, brother. I'm Mr. Dauda B. Kruma. All right. From the Muslim United for Better Liberia. We are here this morning to have one of two, commemoratory notation to the CPP party, especially to His Excellency Honorable Alexander Kumi, our incoming leader. This is why we are here this morning.
Okay, great. The United Muslims for Better Liberia. So let's do a round table. Let's introduce them. We'll come back. How does the organization come about?
No problem.
Yes. Next person.
Just speak, we'll get you.
Just go ahead.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Mohammed Kruma, the ex-chair of the Muslim United for Better Liberia.
Okay, the next person.
Yeah.
My name is Usman S. Berete, chairman of United for Muslim for Better Liberia.
Okay, great. So someone said about the whole background of this organization, how this organization came about. I mean, the Muslim is a very big organization in Liberia, just like you say, Christian. Now you have formed this organization called the United Muslims for Better Liberia. Tell us how this organization came about.
Okay. For our organization, United Muslim for Better Liberia, in Islamic organizations, there are people who decide to make themselves with some responsibilities. All right, that responsibilities that others decide to make themselves with it may have not concord with the minds and concept of others. Realizing the fact that we are Liberian and we feel that we are to take Liberia forward, where others will claim that the religious is not political religion, but we feel that we cannot go without the religious and we cannot go without politics, that we are obligated to our nation, Mama Liberia, to move Mama Liberia's future. So we decided to organize ourselves not only because of CPP, but for the upgrading of our youth religious, social, political, and religious future. That is from that perspective, we organize these organizations before the arrival of our negotiation with the CPP.
Okay, so let's now look at the decision to support the CPP. How, I mean, you already line up with the reason for which you founded the institution, but let's look at why the CPP.
Uh, we realized that having been an organization or a movement, a union, a group that we concentrating for better Liberia, we visited a series of political party platforms, and we realized that we are for upgrading our nation. So the platform of our political leader, Alexander Kume, suit our minds and desire, especially with a series of references that he has made in so many gathering that he is a religious tolerance. And whenever he is elected president in this country, he has nothing to do with tribalistics. And especially in the party where we found ourselves dominant, so far, besides that CPP party, many parties as in Liberia, we don't find ourselves dominant in that. So we make it positive that we support the CPP for better Liberia.
Okay, that is great. So, what role do we expect this group to play in the course of this election period?
First of all, I want you to understand that this group, as I said from the initial stage, we are here to push this party forward. And our support to the party, to our kinsmen, to our religious brothers, to our community as large for the upgrading of this party to the success, stay quote unquote remain existing. We are indeed standing by in the days, in the night, to move around our brothers, our kinsmen, to make sure that the goals of this party is achieved.
That is great. Let's hear the chairman on that.
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity to appear this morning to the show. I think Mr. Azana Kumi, he had a border right or a Liberian prepared to eat a border right. Okay. Meaning this is a tribe in this country. If you qualify to be, you will eat in a border right. But if you not qualify, meaning if you corrupt, you will not eat in a border right. Because our problem is today, Liberian, if somebody is in a power, corrupting the people, giving some money, you support the person at tier. Well, Kumi is saying that anybody want to be corrupt, he's not his friend. We realize that Kumi want to bring our country to light. Because we are in a training now. If we will not able to manage to cross the bridge, our country will be tomorrow will blame ourselves. Because many a lot of leaders have passed, a lot of managers manage our country, but we see ourselves as Liberian, unified Liberian to move our country.
Okay, that is great. So the question also was, anyway, the initial speaker answered that your role is to ensure that coming descends to the presidency. Do you also have interest in other maybe politicians at the district level, the county levels, or is it squarely about Cummings presidency?
Okay, the chairman of the panel will come on that. We'll speak on that.
Okay. In regard to your question, we are visiting the studio today. That has some things to do with the kind gestures that His Excellencies has done for our community. and those representative senatorial position slot that be allotted to our community and others as such. So we're here today to make things physical and give all our brothers on the radio land the information. This is why we are here. So we have one or two pieces of document here that we want to elaborate on what has passed and what brought us here.
All right.
Okay, then we move forward. We said we are here to extend our thanks and appreciations to His Excellencies Honorable Elizana Bikomi for his kind gestures to the Muslim United for Better Liberia Mobile, respectively. We are representing the Muslim community within Liberia in CPP, the party, the coalition parties for the coalition political party as
The collaborating political parties, the
yes,
CPP.
yeah, a collaborating a collaborating political party, CPP, as I said. Get me right, correct? You got it right. So we gathered ourselves here today to come and understand that thanks and appreciation and tell others what he has done for us as far as. The reason we say we're here is because what this party's Senator Elizana Kumi has done for our community as a Muslim, for Muslim United for Better Liberia, Muslim United for Better Liberia. This is why we are here. In line with what he has done, we are saying that this party has given our kinsmen and our brothers and sisters in our communities several assistance and slot, especially 7 senatorial and representative slot in the party. And,
Wow.
yes, and other assistance in the mosque constructions and academia sector, as well as the mosques that were constructed within local country, in local country, that he contributed 10,000 United States dollars for the constructions of the mosque, which no one has done similar things among the politicians for us around here. In so doing, the 7 slots allotted to us in the senatorial and representative are followed. He gave us a senatorial slot for Moscow County, Victoria Tulio Kukwe for Moscow County, and also he gives us Musa Hassan Dolete, a representative slot within Nima County District 7. Number 3, he gives us Usman Tukle, Grand Jile County representative slot for District 2. He gives us Fasu Soare, Magibi County representative slot for District 3. He gives us Lai K District 2, Fasu. All right? And he gives us Lai K Ability, representative slot in Tupo Road District 4.
Okay.
He didn't stop there. He went as far. He gives our brother Abraham Sifis from Masorado County, District 17, representative slot. And as he gave us finally Umaru Sharif, Ome County, representative slot for District 3. Mr. Kumi didn't stop there. He contributed about 25,000 United States dollars, 25,000 United States dollar value generator to the National Muslim Councils of Liberia. And as I said, from the initial stage, he gave this 10,000 for the mosque construction in Lofa County. He didn't stop there. He went to work. Could you imagine how lovely he wants our kings to be? He gave us our university graduates. Our university graduate, he gives us 1,000 United States dollars to our university students that graduated this few time to furnish their office. And several assistants have been run out to, or even this gone, Itil Fitil. This gone Itil Fitil.
Yes, go ahead. I'm trying to.
Many of the Islamic community cows for them to make themselves with their different responsibilities.
All right. Just give me a few seconds. Yes, give me a few seconds.
I do.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, continue.
Okay, he gives few cows to various mosques in Liberia, not only Monrovia, but Liberia Alash.
Okay.
Distributed cows among those Islam communities for equating themselves with the Ibrahim Day responsibilities. That is very, very, very anxieties. It didn't stop there. One of the more important things that Kumi did for the Islamic community in Liberia, we have our political Maradona. Political Maradona. There were no one else but His Excellency Alhaji G.V. Nkrumah the late. When the honorable man was being ill, Kumi took the responsibilities and spent his own personal cash and took him out of the country for medication.
Okay.
All right. And this is the guys that.
Do you have proof to that?
Yeah. There's evidence. Every Muslim in Liberia have that, and we are aware. At least that moved us as a Muslim to say, if this brother can come to the rescue of our ill person, what comes about when we are living and those who are living? Do you think when he is opportune tomorrow, there will be no an assistance runner to us, slots will not be given to us in government, or our right will not be guided? He is the one to guide our right.
Okay, so let's hear from the other team members.
Okay, then.
Yeah, on similar things. So let's hear from the other team members in 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute each from the two of them. Let's hear how deep they're involved with this group and their mission to ensure that Cummins becomes successful in the upcoming elections.
All right, thank you very much, Nkrumah. My brother just mentioned about Nkrumah and his younger brother. I was the one who was taking care of him when he got sick. And you were asking of proof. They have the proof for that. Mr. Cummins did help my brother on 2 occasions, 2018, 2019. And I took him to Ghana. We came back safely. And besides that, Mr. Cummins always used to visit our house to tell him sorry. And one of these days, Cummins wanted to come. I just said, no, I have to come to you. Then come to my place all the time. And then we took him to Mr. Cummins. They had a trip to time together. And then from there, we came back. And after the demise of Alhaji Nkrumah, Cummins was the only presidential candidate that ever visited us in our house. And then even before the defeat, they also sent representatives to the local country, with cash donation, other sympathetic words. And because of that, we, the Muslim community, most of all who believe in Alhaji legacy, decided that we have to form an organization in the Islamic community for Mr. Cummins. Because we don't believe in giving the man his flower when he's dead. We believe to give his flower when he's alive. And besides that, after the demise of Alhaji Nkrumah, may he rest in peace, 3 presidents came out with similar dreams. And Alhaji told these people that they should tell us that no matter which political party you belong to, as long as you're a Muslim and even non-Muslim that believe in his legacy, to give their vote to Cummins. And based on that dream, we decided that we are going to give our support to Cummins. Now just imagine, somebody may say about Alhaji Nkrumah for that ACO, and his brother is supporting Cummins. So, people will ask questions. And these are the reasons why we're doing support to Cummins. ACO is our party, but we're not going to get our support to ACO because in the first place, all the leadership of ACO president, they're illegitimate. We do not recognize them when you called before, but they have the financial support and they defeated us, so no problem. And we're coming, and we're going to do everything in our means to make sure that Mr. Cummins carry the day.
Okay. All right. Everything, the United Brothers, United Muslims for Better Liberia.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. So, gentlemen, just sit back. Let's take a few calls from the public a little bit. And
just maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4 calls we can take and hear from there.
Yeah.
I mean, right here on the Breakfast Show, 0770-153-265. It's a Thursday edition of the TBS right here.
Thursday is our own weekend.
Yeah, own weekend. Yeah, so call us. Let's hear from you. 0770-153-265. You'll be live on the Breakfast Show, the United Brothers, United Muslims for Better Liberia. Yes. The live of us in
0770-202-579 is another number you can call also to be live.
Okay, let's see if I can pick our first caller this morning. Good morning. Just move from your morning to a morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay. What?
aspect when it comes to so we want to say kudos to that. The next president comes, so we're going to do it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll take 3, 4
yeah,
calls
let
up.
me see. There's one.
Mhm.
Good morning.
Good morning, Madam.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Nelson Boy, and I come from the capital bypass. Thank you for the show, and I have just one question for the United Muslims that are in studio. Why, if Arizona is unsuccessful to go for the second round, you can see this in the party where do you go?
Okay.
All right.
This one.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Can I hold on?
Good morning.
Thank you, Maka. Good morning, and let me say good morning to your studio guests. This is the voice of Prince Olaken. Maka, I'm out of voice. Owing to the fact that there are a lot of economic challenges around here. If you listen to just an individual contribution to our Muslim brother is something that beats my imagination. Like as an entity, I listen to them. What informed their decision to support Honorable Kumi? I think it is genuine. It is predicated upon his many contribution towards their sector on the Muslim angle, including towards the humanitarian background. It is something that is commendable, and I ask them to make more forces to join us so as we can make Kumi President Council October this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's speak our last caller. Kenneth Noah. Kenneth, morning.
Oni, how are you, bro? Oni, I want to tell the brothers for striving on this endeavor. You see, O'Neill, people in the world will always affiliate themselves with institutions that they will find themselves in. I just want to give you one scenario. Look at Lupa. Lupa Sunday has 6 tribes. But for so many years, 1 or 2 or 3 major tribes have been dominant in the local leadership of Lupa, local authorities of Lupa. They all because of some guys who are in the authorities now are trying to marginalize certain tribes in Lupa. I'm not trying to be propagandistic, right? But what I'm trying to say is that when people are giving chances and in an institution, it would give them that motivation to come to that institution. I mean, you listen to the brothers in the studio just now, they outline the chance given to them in Honorable Kumi's institution. In making them to come to Honorable Kumi's a lot. And trust me, this will make a lot of people who come to Honorable because they found themselves in Honorable Kumi's institution. Honorable Kumi is a gift to Nigeria. And trust me, Nigeria will be better under Honorable Kumi. And you will see more and more of the governments that are coming in the future. Trust me.
All right. Thank you,
Thank you.
Kenneth Noah.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. So, gentlemen, let's do a roundtable control of the time.
Let's close.
Siddiqui, Mohammed will be the last person to wrap it up. So let's do a roundtable. Let's take your final word as we wrap it up.
Okay. All right. My final word will come like this to our Liberian citizens at large, not only the Muslim United for Better Liberia, but for all well-being Liberian who are advocating for better Liberia. I'm asking each and every one of you people to make a better decisions. I'm saying decision that has the propensities of upgrading our youth, social, political, and its academia future, that Mama Liberia will be recognized today as a nation or tomorrow as a nation.
Okay.
So making that decision is no one else but rather to give your better support to His Excellency, Honorable Elizana Kumi, because we felt he is the best.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let's take a parting comment from the rest of the 2 guys. Yes. Yes. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead. Let's hear a final word from you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you this morning inviting us here as Muslim United for Better Liberia. I think we as Liberians, we should see Alexander Kumi as a possible candidate this coming election 2023, October 10. Meaning, we see Alexander Kume all in the corner, helping a lot of people. You know what I mean? Now, stop on the Muslim side. We understand that Alexander Kume, his money is using his money on the humanity side. Now, we as United Muslim for Better Liberia, we are preparing an endorsement for Mr. Kume. This coming next week will be on the 15th because we are prepared that to endorse it on Smaller Drive.
Okay, so this group will be endorsing Mr. Cummings' date on the 15th of July. Is that correct?
Yeah. On Smaller Drive. We are prepared that, our communication have gone through. Mr. Cummings is in America. It will be arriving anytime this week. If we come after arrival, discussion between we, Louis Brown and Morba Yagba. I think after the next the 15th of this month, the endorsement will take place.
So the endorsement is coming on the 15th of July. That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's good. Let's hear from the last person as we close.
Thank you very much. I'd like to answer a question before I go to my closing comment. One of our brothers did ask the question that in case Mr. Kume does not go for the second round, what will we do? As long as Mr. Kume the first one, whether he goes for the second one or not, wherever Mr. Kume tries to stay is where we're going to follow. Anybody that wishes to support, we're going to give our support to him. And then the chairman just mentioned of the endorsement program on the 15th. Hopefully, because anything will happen, we continue the date also. We are pleased with all Muslim and Christian brothers because in this organization, it has a Muslim name, but it doesn't mean only for Muslim alone. A person who had pastor was missed. We were at a meeting yesterday, so we're pleased with all Christian brothers and sisters, our Muslim brothers and sisters that on that day, hopefully we'll be let them come back to the True FM to make that announcement to the public. Everyone is invited there for the endorsement from Mr. Kume and his our Muslim candidate that he has selected. We are going to ground there hopefully. And now we also hope that the True FM people will be there to represent this station. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks so much to all of you for coming. We have a team from the Muslim group there supporting the presidential bid of Mr. Cummings, the standard bearer of the CPP here this morning. We're taking a short break to be right here with Musa Kenneth this morning on the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM.
Use 20% off all food prices. I got Techno, and then you see my power all food here. I get my brand new sortie.
We have the best deals, offers, and promos. Purchase from any of our stores and POS around the country and enjoy the best mobile coverage certified by Ookla. Second time in a row.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
It's possible, anytime, anywhere. A way to make you smile from ears to ears. With Orange Money new broken fees, you can take off your own sekabagi and keeps you smiling. A smile that comes from the heart. A smile that keeps you ongoing. A smile that lasts forever. More smiles with Makabagi. Discover the Orange Money new broken tariff. Withdraw and transfer money to your loved ones now.
Starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily?
I said to Musa, you have to get on camera. Okay, we're on camera now. Yeah, Maka, you getting me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I said to Musa, should I send Sayu? He said, why not? I said, no. I don't want to send Sai as an Benedict Cummings, Joseph Yuma boycott. Like, people near according to Musa. Manajua Howard Tiller.
Councilor Challenge
Brown Skin. Councilor Tewon Gongolo. Robert Samin, Luther Yofi, Robert Moore. The top names are calling to him.
You making him scared?
Yeah, I mean, I try to make him scared. I'm on the side of the studio. You gotta
and then
I'm gonna start with you, yo. Please hold on, please.
I told and then I told him,
Aspire, please hold on.
and then I told him, I believe I'm above these people.
Okay.
My quality, my competence, my experience triumphs them.
Okay,
They
hold
just
on.
know
Hold
but
on.
I'm above them.
Musa, you're not journalist right now. You are aspiring. So you're getting some feedback here. I don't know.
Yeah, let me see.
Yes. So, as I made these statements with him, and he said, "Well, definitely, do you have to make this into an interview one-on-one? Like I see you sitting close to Boyka Cummings." I said, "Why should I say Sam Musa Kenneth?" Anyway, but actually, it's great to have you this morning. He's from District Number 2. Monserrado County is an aspiring. As a matter of fact, he has gone 95, 96% as far as elections commission is concerned. All why else probably he may not be accepted, but I'm sure he's going to be on the ballot box. Musa Kenneth is live with us on the TBS. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, O'Neill. Good
So,
morning.
so please remove the headphone from the
Yeah,
process.
man. Remember the share? He said, "You got to already live on Real TV. Take the
Yeah.
share from there after the show."
Yeah, the share.
I'm still hearing or getting a feedback.
No, I think it's because
Yes.
I think it should be someone here, and they should reduce.
You go in our house, you'll be in trouble soon. When the speaker is talking, you'll be all around the just standing. Yeah, it's order. We are putting order into place now. Let's go. Great. Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, good morning. Thank you so much. And I love you. I love you. I love the way you handle the show. We love this area, and Arasia is a place dress by dress. If you have a group of people on the show, when the guys leave, you will hear the public, man, the show coming film and nobody can. But the next group of people that will come, there will even be more than those that were here before. So I'm grateful for the work you've done, you and MARKA and other people. I'm happy to be here. The dream is alive at FM.
The dream is alive, always alive. Continuity. Great. So let's look at this decision. I mean, Musa Kenneth, I have worked with you for a couple of years now. We came from Ashland Street, Dupont Road. You saw this all coming along that one of these days, you're going to be contesting the house?
The situation of me wanting to contest in the house, I always had a dream that one day we're going to fight to transform Liberia. I always had a dream that our intent of going to school, our intent of standing firm on national issues was deeply rooted on our love for Liberia. And as we walk around, as we see around, we see the quality of leadership depreciating our country. And it was far important that people like us, with the reputation of standing for justice, with the reputation of standing for integrity, with the reputation of standing for good governance in Liberia, can raise up to the occasion to save, to protect, and to restore the hope and sanctity of this nation.
What's a difficult decision going back to your family? I guess you consulted your family and said, well, Liberian politics now have become so dirty over the past time. People aim at you for the wrong reason. You're being pop up in the media for the wrong reason. You're a journalist, you know that. Was it an easy, difficult decision telling your family, saying, well, I'm contesting, I want to do this? What did they say to you?
It was a very easy discussion. I went to my family, I went to everybody that this is at stake. Our nation is at stake, our district is at stake, and I want to stand up to represent the people. People ask me some questions, but people believe in me. Because if I say I want to do this, I'm aiming for it. Here, when everybody is saying this is not possible, I will say it's possible and I'll stand up firm and people will be happy at it.
How do the people see you? Well, he's a journalist. I remember one point in time, 5-6 years ago, my very self-contested as well. Journalists into the process. I mean, we're part of this. This is one of us. How do they see you?
No, people see me as one of them. I'm not just any ordinary journalist. I'm a journalist who understands the issue. I'm a journalist who's been working with people across the district for over 15 years. I'm a journalist who's been at the legislature, understanding the legislative process for years. You know that. So sure. I'm not just ordinary journalist. I'm a journalist. I'm a trained diplomat. I'm an administrator. I'm a prospective lawyer. So I'm not just a journalist. I'm a man who's coming with vast wealth of experience.
What do you have to offer that district? District that was very tense, populated district.
Thank you so much. We have over 61,000 voters in district number 2, the third highest district across Liberia. So I know it's no joke, and that is why the people need people like us. So why is it I want to be representative? I want to be representative because, as you see now, on my agenda, I have a both local and national agenda. Let me just summarize them quickly. Number 1, on my agenda for the national legislature, that's the national agenda, I want a total reform of the legislature. I want the legislature to give central administration and the House of Representatives headed by the chief clerk, from the Senate headed by the chief clerk, the secretary of the Senate. We want to give the central administration their authority to do their job. As it is right now, the lawmakers have taken away most of the functional authority of central administration. That is why the Committee on Ways and Means will do budget appropriation. The committee will be responsible, committee members will sign check, committee members responsible for this. So we have cash in the hands of lawmakers, which should not be. That is why right now, people always crying, let the legislature be audited. The legislature will not be audited because those whose hands are in a cookie's jar are the same people who will be ordering the legislature to be audited. So obviously, it's going to be impossible for them to do.
Make a lot of sense.
So I'm saying to you, let's take the cash away. The guys will be doing their voting appropriation, but the last central administration, they have the budget office there. They get the budget office, they get procurement office, they get all the other administrative office that should be in governing good governance. They got it there. The guys should not just be any people there sitting there, like some lame door, people exercising their function. So, Mr. Lawmaker, so if there is any issue of corruption, the guys can say, GAC, please come audit the central administration, come and audit the legislature, because if there's any financial malfeasance, it's going to be the central administration responsible for it. But right now, we ourselves doing it. For example, see the committee on rules for the administration. The committee is responsible for procurement. The committee is responsible to share gas slip. So that's why in the house, you will just say, oh, the lawmaker not take some of my gas slip. They may not give me this. I saw the banker, they may took some money from there. They may this. So because they are responsible for procurement. We have PPCC there and have the procurement department at the legislature. But you know what? People are not allowing these institutions to do their job. For good governance, for a better legislature that will be a representative of the people, not a representative of themselves, is to allow these people to do their job. I'm just doing a summary of it. In my opinion, if we do that, we're going to bring some independence, we're going to bring integrity to that. But you see people not arguing for issues and not arguing for position that will make them rich. We know lawmakers who just became chair on Ways and Means, co-chair on Ways and Means. Just in few years, they are millionaires. They are being universities. They are being areas around.
You understand that you're raising the bar, but let's come back. We say you could be a very good representative, and you so understands. That house. But how well do you know District 2? You're not there. Someone's listening up to you. It's making a lot of sense. The things you're talking, we're not aware. They put a not informed about it. But how well do you understand that district? Other than be a lawmaker?
Thank you so much. I'm not coming. Thank you for bringing me back to our district.
I good one. You will involved. Yes. But you need to win it. In other words,
to do that.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Both my national and local agenda.
Yes.
And I'm the only representative that will be running. Now have both national
and local
agenda.
So let's go back to the reality on the ground.
That's the reality on the ground.
How well do you understand that?
For me, I've been in the district since we left NIMBA 1990. I've lived there from 1990 up to current. That's number one. I went to school there. I started my education from the St. Francis High School in Jacobtown. I went to the PV English and Islamic School we call Laimo Sahar at Amagashi. At the mosque, I returned to St. Francis where I graduated. So there are thousands of people across the district who graduated from St. Francis and they know what it means to be an alumni of that school. So that's why I'm not just somebody. I'm thinking, but what is it I want to do?
let me tell you my agenda across. If you see our communities are polarized, our communities are disintegrating, ghettos, illicit drugs are taking over across our district. That is why I said, if I win, this is my policy for that. What we want to do, we want to get people out of the ghettos, and we want to stop people from going to the ghetto. Our mothers, our fathers are all concerned because ghetto and drugs illicit tied to crimes. It's tied to crimes. It's increasing the crimes rate. It's taking away the fabric of the youth. And I call it a national security threat. So what we do is we get the guys out of there. How we get them out of there? We won't win the first 100 days. We want to reorganize the community leadership across the area, the youth leadership, the women leadership, the central leadership. Then we have a meeting with we'll have a meeting with DA, the police, how we can stop and bring down these people. Is it insufficient? No. We try our utmost best. Those are already have a rehabilitation center for them. That's number one. But how do you stop people from going there? We need to invest in vocational and technical education for the young people across the district. In my opinion, many persons are going to the ghetto right now speaking to people because the guys are idle. The guys have nothing to do. After high school, our parents do not have. All of us,
Is this a major thing on your platform?
it's major because it has to do with the future of our district. It has to do with the future of Liberia. It has to do with the disintegration of our family.
Why should the people entrust your district number 2? I mean,
People
you're very
should-
young, man.
I'm coming- okay,
Hold on, Musa. Hold on. Why should the people entrust your district number 2? I mean, I haven't said all of this.
The people should entrust me with district number 2 for several reasons. Number one, my integrity. The entire district, nobody can say Musa has done this in terms of corruption, in terms of this. And I'm here, I'm an example here. People know me here. I work here for years. And I went to the Press Union of Liberia and I went in the legislature. I joined for my guys. Everybody know me for standing for integrity. So I stand for integrity. And when I go in a house, I'm going to do that. Everybody over there know that I stand for education. I stand for educating. That's why all those in the race, also for the last 15 years, I've worked to support education. The small money I was doing there, not even thinking about the legislature, I was helping sending people to school. Nobody can say in the length of time, they've had people who graduated for years and years.
That was the next question. So, what have you done? Normal Liberian people always ask this question. What have Musa done? What do you have for yourself? Man, didn't see you riding these luxurious cars and all of that. What have Musa done for the district? And he wants to become a lawmaker.
And that's why you talk about luxurious car. Everybody know I'm not a flamboyant person. I'm a calm.
Don't forget about the thing. What have you done for the district?
If it comes to education, I've educated the highest people across the district. You'll see people coming from almost all the schools across who've graduated on my scholarship for the last 15 years.
15 years.
For the last 15 years. That's what I've done. Besides that, if you go to most of the schools, you will see my work there. I've worked with student council administration from these schools. We have to organize their project in school, whether it's building of modern level on their campuses, whether it's about extension of some schools, whether it's about other things on school issues. I've done that. And besides that, we've also organized youth organizations to make them better, provide training and do things for them. But however, I said to the people of District 2, I'm not a rich man that people think, but I'm rich in idea. I'm rich in service. I'm rich in giving to people.
I want you to repeat yourself. You say you're not a rich man. You're
I'm
rich
not,
in ideas.
yeah, I'm rich in idea. I'm rich in providing education for people. I'm rich in transforming the mind of the people. I'm rich in helping him. So people can't believe the richest man is not a man who has all the car for just himself. If I have a dollar, if I can share that dollar with my community people, if I can share that dollar with those in need, that's the riches that I have. And that's why I'm different from everybody.
I mean, you've been doing your community engagement in district number 2. What have you been hearing from? What are they saying?
So I want to come
So some of them don't scare you away. So I'm not going to go back into the community. Sincerely, what have you been
So,
hearing?
you know what I mean? Unlike us, everywhere I go, everywhere I speak, you see people coming overwhelmingly to me. people coming in their numbers. You know what? They are not just coming to me because I'm their son. They are not just coming to me because I spent my entire life in the district. They are coming to me because of the sincerity of what I do. They are coming to me because what they see me doing. And I've said to them, if I'm elected, our country, the legislature, will not be the same again. If I'm elected, our district will not be the same again. Because I was senior lawmaker. I stood up for legislative independence. Everybody know about that. I was being a legislator. I stood up for independence of the legislature, integrity. That is why all the issue of corruption, budget manipulation, budget deals are uncovered and investigated them on this radio. People will call me stability, comfort chamber, and other people will call me stability, laying on complaint.
I mean, going personal. It's just
No, I just saying they will call. I call him. He was a speaker. He did.
Okay.
They will call Mr. Ability. They will call other people.
My journalists are supposed to go into
no, because they don't. No, they don't want us to stand up to investigate the EOs. That is why I'm happy. The person they were laying complaint. He's going there. He's going to help me to fight.
He's going to help you.
Yeah, to
both of you going to win.
Yeah, obviously, I respect.
What are your chances in that district, Musa? Be sincere with me. I mean, I've been doing it for 15 years now. Your chances in that district.
I'm coming here today with God above. I know I'm going to be sincere to people. Comes October 10th, I will win.
You win this district.
2024, I'm going to be inducted in the legislature. The next day after my induction, welcome to speaking.
Is that district or party line district? So there are some districts you see that this district for this political party, I don't know what a political party give birth to districts. It's, this district have been obligated to this political party. Is district number 2 most Rivaldo County or political party based district?
First, for me, I don't answer. I'm going to answer that question this way. But prior to answering that, firstly, because of my strength, because of what I know, I decided to go independent. That's what I did initially. Initially, I was doing all my work. I got my tax clearance. I got everything, all my documentation. I got everything more than 6 months ago. I had everything preparing to go independent. While doing my work, I started receiving calls from political parties. I received calls from people from the CDC that they see my work. They wanted me to go on their ticket. I was discussing with the LPP. I was discussing with others. But later, I started discussing also with ACOP.
Before yourself on ACOP. Okay.
So with the discussion, I thought it would have been better, important to go with ACOP because I'm a revolutionary person.
Okay.
Great.
Thanks to ACOP because of time. You with ACOP already. He's ACOP candidate.
I'm not talking about ACOP.
Yeah. That's it. Is that district? Yeah, we have like less time with us. Is that district or part of the line district? You know, we saw what happened with, I don't want you to go President Jimmy Smith, how you got treated by the CDC. Is that district belongs to a specific political party? Is district number 2 or part of the line district?
District number 2, there, the district are people who vote based on 2 ways. Number 1, they vote based on the integrity of the individual. That's number 1 to do. Okay. Number 2, there are a sizable number of people who also vote based on party. And ACOP has a deeply voted base.
So which one do you vote for? Integrity or party?
I'll go for both.
Party mandate or party mandate or integrity?
I'll go for both. My integrity is helping me. My work is helping me. The party is also complementing.
So this kind of the owner is very good at party mandate. Integrity wise, quote unquote, you have a career on. So which one you go for?
I'm telling you, I stand for the 2 because I believe in integrity.
I just said, this other candidate on this party ticket, integrity wise, you have a question mark, but it's a party mandate. So which one do you prefer?
What you're talking now is not the reality. You assuming something and want me to answer question based on that. I want to answer question based on the truth, based on the facts. The fact here is, the reality is, I joined ACOP because I believe in the integrity of it. I believe in the integrity of the stand-up bearer, Mr. Lieutenant Kamara, who is the only presidential candidate who has both legislative experience. Okay. And also, I believe I decided to join the party because we want to uplift that party. We want to bring that party to its state in all of us with the sense of belonging. All of us with the integrity, with the understanding, with the.
So maybe now you're not getting my question. I'm saying, let's say I'm one of it. There's this individual who his integrity is a question mark, but
party mandate. Which one would you prefer? The party mandate. You said that district will party mandate and also the integrity of the individual.
So that is why you want me to choose one. I'm coming
It's a difficult one for
No,
you.
it's not a difficult
It's a
one.
difficult
You're
one for
not
you
asking
to
a difficult question.
Yeah, but you're not answering.
No, I'm not. Okay, so you want me to answer this?
The candidate that since you have chosen, well, there's some way somehow crew on it. That's why I'm asking you.
No,
What
I'm
mandate or the integrity
No,
of the
I came here today. That's why my campaign is different. I came here today to clearly state to the people of Liberia, the people of District 2, what I'm able to do, why I should be better, why you should elect me. I don't want to waste my time talking about other party, other individuals, because I see that's a waste of time. Everywhere I go,
you're a terrible politician.
And that is why we are missing the ball in Liberian politics. We discuss individuals and not the issues. I want to change the bar. The bar is I want to discuss the issue. What is it that I will do and my party will do if elected? That's easy. That is why I want to focus. You know what? If I go to every community, I want us to sign a social contract. I know what I can do. If I say I'm going to do this, we can sign a social contract. We put it. If I don't do it, the first year, the second year, the third year, you can hold me to it. You can say you want to do this because almost everybody running, they don't know what they want.
All right.
They can't tell the people exactly what they will be able to do because you know what? They don't know it.
They don't know it. Great. The voice of Musa Khan, I could represent our in district number 2. Let's get the lines activated. We're running out of time. This will pick few calls up. I mean, trust me, when campaign open, the next time I want to see a party t-shirt, don't be like someone inspiring that will say, I don't want to get a party ticket. Get a party ticket. I'm not going to
No, I'm not
just saying.
That
some inspiring will say, just see me and forget what is still up there. I say who to vote for, but I'm here.
And that is why you know I'm an institutional person.
Okay.
Every institution that way, I stand up for them. I go for it. I support them to the highest.
You want your party ticket, so your celebrity is Musini Kamara.
And I believe he's the best person.
And you tell people say if you vote Musa, you also vote Musini Kamara. And the media is not doing so.
Yeah, and that is why I'm different from
yes, it's seen as an because
that is why almost all the political parties were out for me. I don't know, I'm not a rich person, but I don't know what's the reason. I always ask myself, why were they all calling me? Why were they all asking me to be on it? I believe, maybe they believe in my audacity. You don't know, you don't know.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying, man. You see the picture, you know the city, you are sending, but Musa Kennedy, let's get a line.
Musa, let's get a couple of calls. 0770-202-0579.
0770-156.
Like I said, Musa remain one of my best legendary reporters in Liberia.
So you're this you put it that way. I got call on the line. Let's see if I can pick up first call line. Good morning. Morning. Well, if you got a call for your stop, I don't know what's happening.
0770-202-0579. Let me take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka, and let me say good morning to O'Neill Robert. My name is Robert Francis Oka. I joined you this morning for unification.
Let's do 30 seconds quick.
There's a saying that says, daybreak is new Nigeria if you have qualified people. Musa Kennedy, I think he is the best of that district. Because when you follow him through of FM, you will really independent. I think this is the time for the people to bring the opportunity so that he can bring to the development of that district. Thank you so much this morning.
Okay, thank you. This one. Good morning. Good morning. Please stay away from your monitor.
I just hear your name in the district. I live in the district. I just hear your name and I live contesting the district.
At least thank God you heard his name now. Thank you.
There's some people in come on, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Don't be scared. I put you on tattoo.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay.
Your phone ringing.
Okay. Yeah, let me see if I can put this call on the line. Good morning.
I was playing.
Yeah.
Morning. What's happening with my line? Yeah, they're continuing to hide the phone. The person is on, but I'm not hearing you. Morning. Okay, go pick up your line.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How do you do?
Fine, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Prince Cody, and I'm calling from Jakarta. Musa, when you declare, you join the Aqua City because the Aqua is the Madibo party. If you declare, what you think you live in a Madibo community?
No,
let him talk.
Oh, Musa can defend himself, Uni, don't worry. Okay, thank you. Only you can just take maybe one more.
Yeah, man. They kind of, Musa, just go ahead. Just
So that's a simple question. I've said to people across the district, I believe in love. I believe in competence. I don't believe in religious and tribal bigotry. I'm above it. That is where everywhere I've worked with 99% Christians. For the President of Liberia, to Truth FM, to heading the legislative press to leadership as executive mansion reporter, is open. I don't believe in religious bigotry. Everywhere I go, I say I will be the right person to unite that district. Because 99% of my friends, my professional friends, they know how we've worked. We've worked void of religious sentiment. We've worked void of tribe. I don't believe in that bigotry. I believe in a one Liberia. I believe in a Liberia that will see you based on what you can do, that will not see your tribe, or Liberia that will not see your religion, or Liberia that will not see who your father is or who your mother is, or Liberia that will provide opportunity for everyone based on your experience, based on your integrity, based on your education, what you can afford. That's the Liberia I see. And that is why I said I joined ACO, not because of your characterization of me. I joined it because I know their integrity, I know what they stand for, and that is why I went there. And I tell you today, Mr. Colley, if I'm elected, I'm going to be the representative of all. That is why I came here not to attack any aspirant. I came here not to fight anybody. I came here to tell the people what I can do. And I can tell you, if I'm elected, all of you across the district will be part of me. My sister who says she hasn't heard about me, there are over 61,000 voters in there. Probably somebody who you also support, somebody of my supporter will say, I've not heard about that person's name. So that's how it works. But however, I will reach out to you so you can hear about me. You can know what I can do and know. Once you know and you stand for truth, you stand for the betterment of the district, you will support me. Again, I want to do this call to everyone across district too. This is your son, Musa Kenneth, who grew up in your district for over 33 years, who went to school there, who understand the issues. We have my classmates across the district. I have my schoolmates in Franklin High School across the district. And we know we should give opportunity to one of us. Let's represent ourselves.
Okay.
Not because the person is one of us, because the person has the competence to do the job.
All right, the voice of Musa Kenan closing us up on the segment of the TBS. The best of luck, my dear brother.
Thank you so much.
I look forward to see more inspiring from that district too. The platform is open. Now only of MARKA or the South, whether you win the even for the presidency. I wish you all the best of luck. Keep your dreams alive. I mean, be ready for all of the political bullets. Some will come directly.
I assume all. Going into this process, there's a theoretical assumption of risks.
And there are some people who come at you, they want to get close to you, but let me hit this man high. That's the only way. Anyway,
I'm prepared for it. I assume everything.
Thank you so much. Let's get a brief. We'll come back. We'll come with our last segment, guys, on the TBS this morning.
Okay, so yes, let's take a short break to be right back here on TV on 96 or whatever.
Use up, use up, use 20% off all full price.
starting today. Why not have a little more fun? Why not use money this easily? Why not get even closer to family? Why not work how you've always wanted? Fun, money, family, work. No network keeps you connected to it all, quite like Orange. It's all about what matters to
Welcome
you.
back to the last segment of the True Breakfast Show 96 on the Highlands of Life, where it's all matters to you. Orange is our proud sponsor from the TBS. So I'm link up with MARKA. Shortly, he's going to be speaking up with the press club team, mobile phone, Lima Press Club. Then, of course, we have from the African Liberation League talking about the just ended convention. So we're going to run this up to 10:05, actually, additional 5 more minutes in our radio time. So, yes, MARKA is all yours.
Yeah, thank you, O'Neill. The entire team, we expected to speak with from the Nima Press Club. They are not in full, however. I think we will do this interview actually another time. We try to speak with Lucas. He's not available today here. We need a full house, we need a team, but we'll reschedule. Yes,
Okay, probably maybe next week.
Yeah, we'll reschedule because sincerely we need to talk more about Nima Press Club. However, the Nima Press Club, for you, sincerely, I'm the chair of the publicity committee of the Nima Press Club.
So,
yeah,
appointed chair.
Yes, appointed chair of the publicity committee of the Nima Press Club. So, since let me just inform the public briefly, and Mr. Kanswa is also from Nima. Is that correct?
No,
yes, so just briefly before we can start the interview with the African Liberation League, sincerely, I mean, confess that when I saw that party name, I fell in love with the name of the party. Actually, yeah, that is true. So the Nima Press Club was actually it is a conglomeration of journalists and media workers across Liberia who are from Nima County. Yes, it was established in 2016. It got legally registered in 2023. The Nima Press Club was established realizing the need to provide guardians for or to compatriots through the dissemination of factual information in transforming the social, political, and economic sector of our country, Nimba and Liberia at large. As media practitioners and media workers, our intent is to champion the cause of social justice for citizens and create unity amongst us. Yes, amongst us, the citizens. So we will come here to say more about the Nima Press Club, the organization. We have two offices as we envision. We have one in Nimba and one will be in Monserrato, and we hope to have some offices in other counties where our members will be. We want to ensure and enhance professionalism, strengthen capacity, and improve welfare and well-being of our members. That is journalists who are from Nimba County. Our mission is to promote press freedom, free speech, and the well-being of journalists who are from Nimba and Liberia at large. And our goal is to bring together journalists from Nimba to promote press freedom and freedom of expression. And so when we come here, we'll say more about that. But we have our upcoming launch, which will take place in Nimba anytime soon. So next week we will allot some time here where the publicity team. The bad thing is anytime we allot there, we will gonna be the guest. Yeah. So to our folks from the Nima Press Club, we want to apologize that because we did not have a full house. we could not do this morning. So yes, we'll continue to inform our people about the press club launch that is coming up. I want to get the time of the launch. Okay, so the program was first planned for July 24, but was postponed due to some busy schedules of invited guests. So Friday, August 25 is the set date now for the program in Nima County, and we encourage all of our colleagues who are members of the Nima Press Club to form part of this occasion. We encourage them to also purchase their T-shirts. The T-shirts are on sale. Thanks to Joetta, Alex Dunn, and the rest of the planning committee members, Jeff Jefferson. Yes, and my publicity team, we are going full blast now. So yes, today we can have the guys in present, but we will have them here next week to give them some full time to discuss this issue. Thanks to say Mensa, thanks to Nicholas Andrew for all you've done to push this Nima Press Club to the level it is now, and also to our elders, Mr. Carton Boa, Mr. Alfonso Tue, and all of you. Thanks so much. But the team will be here next week to talk more. But now let's talk about the African Liberation League. That's a unique name. And when I saw the name of the party, I thought first to ask about the vision of the party. Is it only for president? Is it a movement for certain things to be accomplished in the body politics of Liberia? Is it just people coming together because it is election time? So we have the national chairman this morning, along with an executive member. Chief, it's great to have you this morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here today. At least I think almost 2 years and a half, and I had the opportunity to sit.
And you used to be very vocal.
Yes, because
why you in your show?
No, I don't want to share. In politics, most of the time, it's good to sit down, assess the problem, and identify solutions. So when you come to the public, you talk problem, talk solution. It's not just about talking problem. So what I've had over the years, I actually been sitting down, studying how we can contribute to new perspective in the political discourse in the country. So that has been required, but I'm thinking about and to ensure that we move forward, progressive manner.
Absolutely, that's and the first thing I noticed, because for us journalists, we always observe for the fact that your first appearance here on the PBS as a political party, you came along with a female, tells me that there's huge female representation or inclusion in your party and whatever you hope for in Liberia. Madam, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Okay. You like to ask you have your name here, but just not to go in the phone and all of that. Please tell us the name.
All right. Thank you again. My name is Klubo Yamalobu Kukwe.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a executive member of the African Liberation League.
African Liberation League. I love the party name.
And let's the discussion. She will lead it. I'm the national chair, but she's assistant secretary for information.
Okay.
So in the party, like you said, if you check all our photos, we want to support female. So she will lead the conversation, and I will be there to support the discussion.
So the Liberian people on a larger scale, Truth FM traveled nearly across the country. So for the first time, they will be interacting with this African Liberation League. So we want to get a brief history of this party.
Now, let me be the one to comment or talk on the brief history. The party in 2022 now, September, we all, some of us conglomerated in the People's Liberation Party that was tendered by the late Dr. Daniel Ikassel. We went there on the purpose of the world liberation. On look at Liberia, 100 and some more years, Liberia is still struggling in all the sector, the road, health, education, and the livelihood issues. Everything is still a challenge. In 170 some more years now, we're still talking about road, health, education. So all the problem is a crucial problem that our country needs to focus on how we provide sustainable solution. So we went there for the purpose of liberation. By the end of the day, there was some minor conflict that we could not resolve. So we got out, we said, no, let's sit down and see how we create an ideological political party that concentrate on the social well-being of our people. So that led us to sitting down over weeks, thinking about different names, looking at Liberia role she played in Africa, the second independent republic, a country like in Kule, where we sat down to discuss African unionization and the kind of pivotal role Liberia has played, and she is not, recognized and so on. So we said, no, let's create a work called African Liberation League, beginning with Liberia. We show when there is peace, when there is liberation in Liberia, it will transcend. So that's why you see, if you see our local, you see the African map and some shining from where Liberia is. So that's how we created this. And like it's a vision, mission, motto. If you look at, we say new voice, new vision, new destiny. The process at which Liberia is moving is not satisfactory. Almost the same process. The system is not built to accommodate the ordinary people. It's not built to address the ordinary people problem. So let's say we need new voice. We need new voice. And that is why we check our party. Like I said, our leadership of 26, you will see the 30% women showing it, and we got women stand up there. So most of our activities, we want to see how we do inclusiveness and move forward. So it's just a unique party that is social democratic, and we call it social democratic party because our concentration is the social well-being of our people. 100 some more years now, 70 some more years. We say something for safe drinking water. You move around the country, water, we stay discussing water in 170 some more years. We stay discussing how to pave half of the 11,000 kilometers of road in the country. We stay discussing environment. Liberia is one of the dirtiest place. And we stay discussing environment. We stay discussing maybe tourism. We got 350 coastline, and we stay discussing tourism. And no agency for no strong law to promote tourism that will create job issues. We stay discussing climate mitigations and other issues right now. We got the largest forest in the Equatorial Guinea region, and we talk about carbon sink. And Yellen State, when we talk about mitigation, resilience strategy, Liberia State discussing. If we talk about governance, we stay discussing government and imperial process where the power stays centered around the presidency. And when we talk about decentralizing, where the governance process is about the people, we stay discussing that. And we stay discussing rape, in our country, people stay look at drugs. So everything is an issue. So we come with different perspective to the political discourse in our country.
From 2022 to July 2023, how much has the party done to reach across the country? And you are ambitiously bringing on a female presidential candidate.
Like sometimes when you apply for a job, like I said, sometimes you apply for a job, they ask you your qualification and your experience. The problem in Liberia is not about the time you come in. It's about your qualification and your experience. Okay. And what kind of capacity do you bring to the table to build system? Because Liberia problem is about building system. Okay. Like if you walk right at Dupero Junction, a male can stand there and urinate. Somebody can drink plastic water and drop it. We talk about building system. We're not talking about the long time you've been there. So I think what we need to focus on in the dispensation or the trend we're moving is who has the capacity. The kind of Liberia we want to see, who has the capacity to deliver that kind of Liberia. I think is where the African Liberation League come from. It's not about how long you come. And the short time we have come
from the onset of the creation of this party, did you envision that you were going to bring a presidential candidate at this early age?
Yes, because party are created to produce national leaders. Okay. And our worry was who we bring in, because we don't want to bring in an old voice. Okay. And the old way of doing things in the country. No, it's not our thinking. The person that stands on the party is a different person with different characteristics. Somebody who experiencing system building, somebody who could experience in sustainable development. It's not the kind of political development that is taking place in the country. Somebody do things for politics, but what kind of sustainable development processes can carry around the country? So our perspective to the discourse has been different. And let me tell you something. The African Liberation League has some of the best in the country in terms of politics. People who have worked over the years, a whole lot of people who have built connections. So if you check around the country today, we got networking everywhere. We had a convention. Somebody will say, oh, the party just came. We had a convention brought people from the 15 counties. Okay. And so the party perspective to the disco is different.
All right. So, Madam, tell us more on the convention that derived as at bringing up your standard bearer who will be running in the upcoming elections if she meets all of the qualifications?
All right. So before delving into what brought the standard bearer on board, I would like to talk about the political party and what motivated me to be a member of this political party. So, like my chairman said, it's not about how long you have been in existence, but what do you bring to the table, the quality of leadership that you bring. So, as a leadership enthusiast, I've been looking for ways or political parties to attach myself to. So, looking at the overview of this political party, which is a social and democratic political party that is geared towards including everybody, men, women, youth, and giving equal opportunity and access to opportunities for everyone. So I was motivated and I became moved to be a part of this political party or this political institution. So looking at our standard bearer who have a decade of experience in international leadership, most especially with the United Nations, and being a woman, so it's just unique. It brings more uniqueness to our political party, and it shows that there's a different way and different style to leadership when it comes to leadership in Liberia, and we can make the difference, most especially with Madam Sarah Beslo-Yanti.
So just before you move any further, just tell us a bit about your standard bearer.
So, Madam Sarah Beslo-Yanti is a Liberian woman with a root from Cricket Mount, Magibi, and Maserati counties. And she have worked with the United Nations in South Sudan, in Yemen, in Yemen, and other countries in the Middle East and stuff like that. So her integrity and her leadership abilities that she brings to the table, because she have had an experience in managing over $1 billion project without any case, with free and excellent audit reports, without any case of misuse of funds or misuse of properties of the United Nations. And then she introduced and designed systems in Yemen that is being widely used by the United Nations today in Ukraine, in South Sudan, and other parts of the world when it comes to refugees and the poor. So Madam Beslo also Madam Yanti also worked with the government of Liberia before going to the United Nations in the early 2000s. She worked with the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Health, and she was assistant to the minister. And based on her performance, she was also promoted as the director for the National AIDS Control Program, where she left a legacy that she produced or wrote the first successful project when it comes to the global funds in tackling HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria in Liberia.
Okay, that is great. So, how is her vision aligned with the vision and mission of the African Liberation League?
Okay, so like I said before, my chairman can come. Like I said, our political party is based on giving equal opportunity to everyone, and she has that vision as a woman who have had experience in several international positions. She believes in capacity building development and also believe in young people. So her vision towards this party, how it aligns is that the party, she also shared like similar goal or exact goals or vision of the political party. And I think that's why attracted her to our political institution. And so with her, I do believe as a young woman that because I'm a women's leadership enthusiast as well, I believe that women should be given equal opportunities in the workspace, despite of gender or sex. So I believe that her goals and her vision mean well for Liberia and is in line with our political institution.
Mr. Chairman, do you want to comment on that?
Yes. If you look at South Sudan, let's look at South Sudan from a holistic perspective, where she went there, tried to build system, system that alleviate poverty, system that end maybe hunger among people, system that talks about sustainable development issues. If you look at the role she played in Yame, the same way, like she said, Nepal, a whole humanitarian approach match our approach, because we believe that inclusiveness will lead to development. Development is not about one person. In Liberia, development, maybe a few people in government. No, we need to get the 5 million plus people involved in the development process, because development everywhere. Look at Uganda. The president has to mobilize everybody and put them into action for development. So to build systems, someone who has the experience to build system, or somebody who understands the process of building system, or somebody who have assisted governments around the world in building system, if that person is a president, will help to build system, or will help to build system in countries like Liberia. That one. Two, Madam Beslo Nyanti is a pan-Africanist.
Okay.
Is a pan-Africanist. And she believed that only Liberians can develop Liberia. Only Liberians can develop Liberia. We got all the resources here. But why have we not developed? Or the head that all the people had in maybe Europe and America and other countries, or countries that gain independent in the 60s are different from the head we got on our shoulders in Liberia? I said no. The problem has been leadership, and the leadership must know that we are responsible for this place development. And she come with that same characteristics. She believed that only Liberian can develop Liberia. And that is why we are coming to this process, like Klubo said, we need inclusiveness, a party that provides opportunity for all. No matter your tribe, no matter your religion, no matter your sex, no matter your gender, no matter who you are, opportunity should be provided for all Liberians. All Liberians are entitled to benefit from the resources that come out of the country. But look at the country today. If you look at the index, and it's poor. Human capital development. Move around and see how many young people get education, no job. Boom, get job in Liberia. Maybe it's not on the basis of political affiliation. No. I coming in. Look at the people living with disability. You build all the public buildings in Liberia are now built to accommodate people with disability. Look at LU. So you want to tell me that people living with disability should not go to school? It should not be that way. You go to the police station and say there's nobody there. A deaf and dumb person appear at the police station. It's tough. They will say, oh, the person is stupid. Maybe the way the person will sound to them. So the society must include everybody. Everybody must have a space. And that is the idea of the African Liberation League. And that similar idea match the vision and aspiration of our Standard Bearer, Madam Sarah Nyanti Beslo.
That is great. So in order to ascend to the presidency, your political party must reach out across the country. You want to tell us how many bases have you established across the country? I know the Constitution talks about, I think, 500 members in at least 5 or 6 counties. Let's talk about that.
That was just the organizing stage. When you're organizing and filing your petition, it's 506 counties. But now we've gone beyond that. We got structure in all the counties. We got leadership in all the counties.
Okay.
We have embarked on district structuring. And, like our party, we got something called all teacher council. It means that we'll have a council for teacher association, because those are imparting knowledge in the country need to participate in a policy that shift, their lives or their direction. We got the diaspora chapter. The diaspora chapter, in fact, is headed by our vice chair. Right now, our vice chair is in the US. And besides the diaspora chapter,
who's the vice chair?
Is Moses Nando. So besides the diaspora, we got market chapter. We got Christian chapter. We got Muslim chapter. So all those chapters, excluding the main chapter, all the chapters are right now we are robust on it. And the reasons why we have to come to the public, like what we said, besides working down, the ideas need to resonate. So we have to sit on the various media. Like right now, we hear some of our comments are on OKFM, and tomorrow some people will be on Cool. We're having a nationwide engagement. I will be leaving from here today to Bonn. Tomorrow I'll be on the radio to talk to our people in the local vernaculars, and other companies will go to other places. And it's a robust process, but why was it the groundwork?
This party is young. Campaign is expensive. Can you run the campaign?
The party is not about bank accounts, or government is not about bank accounts. And that is the perception. People have misled our people. They give them peanuts and they vote the wrong people. Our party, just look at the chairman.
It's not about giving people peanuts. It's about having the logistics to travel across the country to spread the message.
I come in. We've been in the business for long. And the party is a grassroots political party. Okay. The party is established in town. The party has town leadership, has clan leadership, has chiefdom leadership, has leadership in statutory district in the country, has leadership in the county and the national. So our party, like when we're creating a position, when we get money, if I say some people who got money, who running political parties, you're made it as an auxiliary to us. And we told them no, because our vision, our mission is far different from most of them. Just imagine a party spent 10 years in Liberia. All the vast resources, they didn't get one agriculture farm, 10 years. They were not waiting for state resources to run. No, our party is not that way. If you look at the way we register, everybody contributed. Everybody, me, member, everybody come together and make contribution. So most of our activities, like our membership fund, we are the only party in Liberia, our membership fund is sold for $50. If you want to be a member, you have to go and fill our membership fund and pay $50. And as soon as you fill it,
US dollars,
Liberian dollars.
Oh,
we have an account with UBA. We have mobile money account. You must commit yourself to paying dues because we need activities that sustain the party. We don't want to build party on individual. No. Our party perspective is not to build on individual. That is why if you look at our policy council, any decision we take, like call the executive committee, any decision we take, we go to policy council meetings and so on. So when it comes to logistics and when it comes to other issues, the party is committed. I can tell you a few days from now, you'll see, because there's so many conversations going on. We'll do things and we'll have logistics and move on. Like our members are donating party offices in the county. Okay. And so we are prepared for these elections.
Are you bringing candidates in all of the districts and counties across the country in these elections?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to touch where you talk about us having logistics to run our campaign.
Yes.
So, like my chairman rightly stated, this is a grassroots political movement or political party. So, in every political organization or gathering, there's something called fundraising. So, as a political party, we do know that we will need logistics
because we're seeing blue pickups all around here.
So we are not in competition. It's about your manifesto, what you bring, what you bring to the table. Like he said from the beginning, that it's not about how long you have been in existence. It's about what you bring to the table. So what we are bringing to the table is our leadership, our strong leadership, credibility, and also we will be able to use our party manifesto to generate funds through fundraising, because fundraising is also part of political organization or political campaigns, rallies and stuff like that. So we will have rallies. We will be able to raise funds from among us and well-wishers of our political party. So we are not here to say we are going to do this and do that, but with the little that we have, we will be able to have logistics to run our campaign in all of the counties in Liberia.
Right, that's a good one.
And we also have candidates, like you're talking about candidates right now. We got people from almost all the counties. And, we got friends we're talking to because we've been in politics for long. We got network around the county. So we got some friends who started with us. They will be contesting. Some other friends are amongst them after our convention. And so we'll get candidates around.
So, like I always say, the strength of a political party, if a political party must be strong and recognized, they must have some base in the legislature. Are you just bringing people on the ticket because you want to feed your candidate, or are you bringing winnable candidates?
Sure.
We're bringing winnable candidates. No political party.
I know, obviously, you're not telling me.
And also, and also as a new political party, we are also key in the kind of decision that we make in choosing candidates for our party, because we also want our party to be so out there. So we are taking into consideration that as well.
I hope you're not feeling some people who are defected from the party. They come here, as soon as they win on your ticket, you go low, they not cross over in one ceremony to ruling party or something like that.
We are different, like my chairman said. This is a party that is not here to recycle. We are here with new ideas, fresh mind, and a new start.
Okay, so this
let me also tell you, the elections or the political laws in our countries are weak. Okay, and I can tell you, it's one of the issues on our agenda. If somebody joins a party, then the person wins because of greener passion, or because maybe the person has impediment when it comes to integrity, doesn't leave from one party to another. And after you are elected on a party ticket to the legislature, I think we need to have a law. It's a national problem. We need to have a law to address that. Because you can't be that kind of way. So there should be a law to address that. And I hope and pray that the processes will be addressed as soon as when the elections come.
So let's talk a bit about policy issues. A lot of Liberians believe, and we have followed over the years, that one of the problems that have been impeding development or slowing the pace of development in Liberia has been corruption in public service. What is the African Liberation League's stand on corruption?
corruption that is systemic, and the party has a very strong belief or very strong stem to fight corruption. One, if we take over this country by God's grace, we're going to centralize revenue collection. The LRA will be responsible, will be the sole responsibility of the LRA to collect all revenue, meaning that the people will not collect their own revenue. The LRA and the FPRC will not collect their own revenue. The Airports Authority, everybody will pay revenue to LRA to an automated process, because the leakages are too many. All the resources we get, we check. Real estate alone can generate billions of dollars. Real estate tax can cost us generate billions of dollars. So we got to ensure that we close all the leakages. The asset declaration, people getting unjustifiable resources. You see some people getting government in less than 2-3 years, they get rich. Those unjustifiable resources will be investigated. We investigate, it will cost us to seize those properties and make it public property. We'll do it. So the stand on corruption will not just be somebody go and just declare asset. And you go on paper, you just declare some asset, nobody verify the assets or nobody going after if the assets the person declare how genuine the assets are. And government should not be the place for people to come and live on government. In Liberia, I noticed people come to public service to live on government. Government is a service institution. You generate the money, and like sometimes I get frustrated. If people use government taxes to pay road or do something, people say, oh, they personalize the individual or they put part of the money. It's the government money, it's the poor taxpayer money. So any project, the taxpayer money will let you to manage the taxpayer money to pay road, to pay hospital, to provide security. So it's our money. It's not any individual money or political party money. So our process on corruption will be very strong. We'll work with the branches of government necessary or the anti-graft institution to ensure that corruption is fought at the letter. And that is why, like Klubo said, our Standard Bureau managed $1 billion+ US on the United Nations as a budget. See your records. In fact, we got some videos. It just like maybe politically will not be wise for to show it. Or retirement, world leaders, people everywhere appreciate her for the role she played. The kind of credibility and the kind of leadership she brought to the United Nations. But if you use that here, like somebody they help for UNICEF or help for UNDP in different countries, ambassadors and other things, those videos are not intended for politics. It was intended to appreciate her. And the African Liberation Leader want to use those kind of video, and it will not look for us, as a party. But this lady has done so much well in the world.
So 2 things I also want you to address, which are policy issues. One is the issue of illicit drug trafficking and its impact on the young people of Liberia. The second one is the issue of gender-based violence.
So we'll divide. People take gender issue, then I take drugs.
Yes.
Let's be real. The effort applied by the system to first drug is poor or is weak.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. I was in Sweden before, or other countries I've traveled to. If we serious, besides the law we're passing, the president down, everyone will go through drug tests. From everybody who want to work in public service must go through drug tests. If there's any semblance of drugs in anybody's system, they will get it out of the government.
Like they do with athletes.
Yes. Okay. Because if we do that, nobody will compromise drugs matter. Nobody will compromise drugs. So if the government has a strong position on the field of drugs, I think the citizens will follow. And 2, we need strong programs on, like, look at the state radio. There's no strong program for drugs. You need serious awareness on the harm of drugs. You need serious awareness to make citizens to understand that you live in a community, you see people selling drugs, and you're refusing to report it. And you put other poor children spoil and say, oh, my children are not taking it. Like I have one renowned lawyer. The man said, one night, he said, my man, just imagine somebody who is taking harmful substance, salary for rating the man $1. And you know, but they all live in the same community now. They get come on school, you sit in the community, into other people. So if your child is not taking drugs, somebody child who taking drugs, it's possible that relationship and they can get affected. I had a friend in UMU who born by somebody today who live in Central Street Greer. She born a child. The guy was not that way. They wouldn't see their way. They enter UMU and they establish family. They got a child today. The man tend to be back off. They make him running behind car, and then you see the man. She running because the man has tend to be different. So the process about drugs is about a holistic fight. It's not a fight where somebody will say the government need to play a role. Like look at the security apparatus. There's the only country where the secret about it, everybody's going to take drug tests. You know, look at the vehicles. Most of the people that are bringing drugs in the country that don't think they're vehicles or security vehicles. Policemen only when they are tested down. They are tested down, they're harassing. The actual people that are bringing the drugs, that we should focus on, we're not focusing on them. So we need a holistic approach. And this system is for, if you give us the authority to manage the system, I can tell you we'll build a system from Syria, Bestman, Yanti, all the way down. Everybody will do drug tests. You want working government as a sweeper, you'll go through drug tests. If we notice that you have any semblance of drugs in you, we'll get you up the process. And we establish programs for rehabilitation. Because if you look at, I was in Bonn all the time talking to traditional people, and they came up with the same issue about drugs. And they told me, Council, we can rehabilitate these men if the government support us. We can get the men into our pro-bush. 2 years they will stay there, they will not taking drugs. We put 500, maybe we'll be about 200 to 300 butchers around Bonn County and put 500. You give us 2 years, we don't want the government for the government to feed them. We'll make sure the issue about drugs will get it out there. Because Bonn County alone have more than 25,000.
That sounds like a traditional method.
Yes, okay. But when the traditional enforcement in the country, when the traditional enforcement, you come on Nima, when the traditional enforcement, you saw plenty of drugs in there, right? When the traditional enforcement, there are not too many drugs business, but we borrow different culture or one live that different people who don't have the system to live with them. The people are taking drugs that they don't have the means to sustain themselves.
Okay, so what new does your party intend to add to the fight against sexual gender-based violence? We know we have a law that makes rape non-bailable, for example, and we have a special code for rape cases. So what new can you add to that? Despite that, we still see the increase in these forms of abuse.
All right, so again, before we, when we talk about gender-based violence or gender issues, people tend to just focus on women, but it goes beyond that. First of all, there should be a nationwide awareness about gender-based violence, domestic violence.
Some institutions have been doing that anyway, but maybe on a smaller scale.
Yeah, it's not happening in rural communities because I have had the opportunity to work in rural communities with young people and older people, and some of them don't even know when they are being abused. Okay. And there are people who are being abused unknown to themselves. Even in the city, they don't know. They just feel when you talk about gender-based violence, you talk about beating somebody or you talk about raping someone, but you could be violated financially. Okay. You see, in a home where if the man is angry because he's the main provider, if he's angry and say today no eating, nobody will eat. He sees all of the money and go. That's another violence. Yeah. Sure. Yes. That's a domestic violence in another form. So we need to have a holistic approach about how to deal with domestic violence. We need to teach these people that, hey, these are signs of abuse. When this is happening, it means that you are being abused and you don't know. So some of them even justify for their husbands or their wives, unknown to themselves, that they don't know that they are being used or they are being abused. So number one on our party agenda is to create a nationwide awareness to make sure, through the Ministry of Gender, to make sure that both men and women know what domestic violence is or what gender-based violence is. And then you're also erasing the fact that when we talk about gender-based violence, we are not only referring to women. Men too can report gender issues, what they are being through or what they are going through. Number two is giving the political will to institutions that are meant to investigate and prosecute domestic violence cases. Because most often people will have the cases, they go to court, they go to police and stuff like that, but the political will to make sure that those people, the victims, get justice. So it's one thing that we're going to be hard on, to give political will to these institutions, to empower these institutions. I know that there are people are doing more, but much need to be done. So basically, my party being my party having a female stand-up bearer, and with we having a female president, I know that we're going to have stronger measures when it comes to gender-based violence. There will be zero tolerance on rape and other sexual issues, sexual harassment. So, like I said from the beginning, we need to have a nationwide awareness about when you are being sexually harassed. Some people are being sexually harassed, they don't even know, they take it a big joke. You see one boy can play with you all kind of way. You are being abused, but you don't know, and you don't know how to say touch, stop.
Well, abuse can hurt. So since I want to hear you, not abuse.
So that's abuse.
Okay. Yeah, that is good. But another
you
thing,
could be abused emotionally, you could be abused physically. So there are a lot of forms of abuse. So
Yes,
first
so-
of all, it's getting to
on a
But can I comment more on the gender issue?
Yes.
Like with the men, most of us feel that the women are not important in the home. For example, a woman is in the home as a home wife. She cook for you. If you are hiring cook, put money value to it. The woman wash your clothes. And you know, if you are hiring somebody to wash your clothes, put money value to it. The woman press your clothes. The woman taking care of your children. The woman is doing all of domestic work. If you put money value to that, that's a huge amount of money. And if the woman is running those services, I think the woman needs to be valued. Woman is very important to every man. But the way most of us take the woman business, the way we abuse them, I think it needs to change. And like she said, holistic approach, awareness. Yes, we're going to focus on that, but men need to know that women are very important and we need to be precious the way we handle them.
And just to add up a little bit. So people tend to overlook being a housewife and being a professional wife. But being a housewife is a whole profession by itself. And it's a unique profession that even men in Africa have not still realized. Even those women that are performing the full-time housewife roles don't even know how important they are. So these are some of the things that we're going to look at when we come to power. And we're talking about equal opportunities for all, no matter who you are. Once you are qualified and you merit, we are not just going to give out opportunities to because you are a female or because you are a man. We're going to look at merit system.
Okay.
So if you merit it and you deserve it, it's given to you. So we're going to have equal opportunities, equitable distribution of wealth. There will be no salary disparities. Maybe two men play a man and a woman having almost similar roles, and the man having higher salaries and benefits more than the woman. These are some of the things that we're going to help to change.
Your party will not tolerate that.
And salary will not be given because of political affiliation. No.
Thank you.
Okay, that is good. Another very important thing is that this issue of attracting investment in the country, and it also depends on the leader's connection outside of the country. So let's talk about your standard bearer's connection outside of the country, and does she have the capacity to attract investment in the country? Because that's the only way a lot of people will get job. Government cannot give everyone a job.
Okay, so before my chairman can come in, let me just and he can elaborate more. Looking at the name Sarah Besloyanti, she is the former assistant representative of the United Nations Secretary General in South Sudan. So a Liberian holding such a high prestigious position. So you want to tell me that there will be no international recognition or connection at all?
You're doing your lay work, you get down to connect with other people.
No. So this woman brings to the table or to this particular political party or to Liberia vast connection.
Okay.
And the one reason why she had to retire from the United Nations was that some of these skills and connection that she have gotten out there to bring it back to Liberia and see how she can contribute to our society through transformational leadership.
Okay.
So when it comes to connection, yes, she is well connected, and yes, we can count on her to say, yeah, when she is president, we will have the necessary connection with leaders outside of Liberia.
All right. So Chief, just use 30 seconds to comment on that because we need to interact with the public briefly.
Like all of us who go outside the country, we got connections, but are those connections and maybe transfer into direct investment? I would tell you, say no. There's some people say, oh, the person get connection, no. But Sarah has connection with leaders, has connection with business people. Like if you talk about social cash program, like giving money to the poor, where she was raising billions of dollars to give to the poor. She was dealing with business institutions, investors, and other people who support the United Nations. So when it comes to connection, I don't think anybody who participated in the elections have very strong outside connection compared to Sarah Nyanti. And I will tell you, a few days from now, I'll put some videos out. You will see people who contesting her saying that she was an excellent person in the country, and, you know, in terms of leadership. So she has
because we used to hear some kind of rumor that some people were considering her for running mate, all of that. However,
no, but we're not gonna discuss that. But that has been plenty of discussion.
Yeah, so folks, we have executives of the African Liberation League here this morning. A delegation of two headed by the national chairman, Mr. Kanswa, called us on 0770-202-579. This is the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM. Called us this morning to participate in this discussion. Let's speak with this person. Good morning.
Good morning, MARKA. Let me say good morning to the African Liberation and Lifting of folks in studio and in a special good morning to the people of Nigeria. This is activist Martin Renner, and I don't join you this morning from SEAL, the biggest in the medical center. MARKA, honestly, I must admit, the goods they are selling, it is a very good goods that can be sold on the international market. This woman have worked very good. Honestly, it happens here and other places on the international market. But mind you, in this time, it is just a step in of this woman need that have come to our body politics. I find it difficult to understand what is the woman trademark.
Okay, that's good. So, like they will always ask, what have you done? That's it. They will address that. Let's take the calls. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, MARKA. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I'm great.
My name is Kimia Imamia this morning. I joined from my GV content.
Go ahead, Chief.
Okay, let me firstly commend your guest in studio. Let me say thanks to all of them for the deliberation. Or let me just say something clear. Some of the parties need alignment and that of collaboration. Because there's a favorite saying that says, in order to become a giant, you have to stay on the shoulder of the giant. Yeah. So we all work together. I see the leadership ability in there, and then coming with the institution is something that works, that we all can work together for. However, that we all align with each other and then collaborate.
So, yeah, bring your party and align with the people now. They will accept you. I think so.
We are open.
Yeah, let me just take two more calls. 0770-202-579. Yes, we are nearly out of time, so we will just take two more calls on 0770-202-579 is the number. But you can be okay. Let me take this person before. Yeah. Okay, this slip off. So you can comment on that question about track record here in Mark in Liberia.
Like almost 7 years ago, Madam Sarah Bessel Nyanti has been running an NGO called Social Movement for Change.
Okay.
I've been doing extensive work across the country. So she has not just been sitting down. She has been working with NGO or in the United Nations. She could not come and be doing politics. And like since 2001, she has also been running a nation building seminar, and we call it Nation Builders. So to build the nations, we need everybody. So she started with the church, since she's an ordained reverend of the Baptist Church.
Okay.
So she's been working, like Kombirana said, time. Kombirana, I think she has been engaging. So to sell her is not an issue.
Okay. So yeah, let's close up with this caller. Go ahead.
Hello.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning. I really want to appreciate my brother, Mr. Kansa. You spoke today. I just want to know how long people want to be part of the regional party.
Yeah, go right around Cali Junction. Good morning, Miss Squeeze this caller in. Good morning, go ahead.
Good morning, my dear brother and friend, and good morning to the ever potent astute chairman of the Revolutionary Party, the African Liberation League. The voice is Fode Mohammed Kakwe, political name, the National Youth Council chairperson of the African Liberation League. And I listened to my ever potent chairman and the Assistant Secretary General for Press and Propaganda. I have no doubt in their exposition, and I know what they're capable of doing when it comes to disseminating the credible information of the African Liberation League. You know, Malanyanti is just an extraordinary individual that God has sent to us, and we are blessed as people of the African Liberation League to have such a character who has exhibited all form of leadership outside of Liberia, and she is about to demonstrate that in our country. So say bravo to Madam Yanti and bravo to everyone. We are asking all Liberians, come to the African Liberation League to get a positive social democratic change that we all envisage.
Okay. Thank you, boss man. Thank you. So in your closing, maybe you can comment on how soon we expect to see the vice standard bearer.
pretty soon it's the legal prerogative of the standard bearer to nominate the vice standard bearer. So that will be done soon. I think she focused on that right now because I think some of the issues she's been thinking on, she wanted all female ticket, and she's really wanted all female ticket.
Wow.
That has caused some of the delay because the male somebody are in abundance, they are plenty. So, but the female tickets, the kind of bowl match has been some of the issues that we've been working towards. And I just want to appreciate everybody for calling. And I want you to know, to change Liberia, we need everybody. For Liberia to get better, the kind of Liberia you need to be happy, you can get it through the African Liberation League. And Sarah has a very good idea. It's not about how long you've been on the scene. It's about your competence and your experience to build the kind of system required to bring development in a sustainable way in Liberia. So we encourage all Liberians. The party is open to everybody. The table we got, all of us can fit around the table. Come, let's sit and see how we reason together and move our country forward. And the party is not in the business to attack individuals. So when we come in any discussions, our members around, we have encouraged them. We're not attacking individuals, let's attack the system. Let's face the system so our people can benefit. Okay. So I just want to tell you, thank you for listening.
That is good. Go ahead, just close up, madam.
All right, so my chairman, I've already said everything. I want to say thank you for inviting us. We say thank you for the time, and we look forward to having more conversation like this.
Yeah, I hope your party will be open to the media.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been talking to a team from the African Liberation League. They are our last guests on the show this morning. Folks, thanks for joining us online as well as via the radio. It's been a wonderful time. We're taking our usual weekend break. We'll be here on Monday. Augustine Sa and Chris Kanga will be here on tomorrow to end the week's presentation of the TBS. Do have yourself a wonderful time. It's been MARKA Davis and O'Neil Roberts.